all season, all weather, and winter tires. It can be hard to figure out the best tires for your vehicle during the winter season.
Decades ago, of course, we came up with the all-season tire, which was a great advantage because it moved from our regular summer and winter tires. The all-season tire gave us the ability to have good traction year-round, and the customer didn't have to go through the biannual changeover. Then we moved to the all-weather tires, which is a good compromise between the all-season and the winter tires, but not quite as good as the winter, but better than the all-season. Now what we've done with the technology of the vehicles, we've got anti-lock brakes, we've got everything that we can do to keep this car handling and being safe and reliable. But they've got low-profile tires on them, and with that we lose traction. So now we have the snow tire, the true winter tire, that's come back in full force because of a lack of traction.
Brain says Dunlop Ford Sales in Lethbridge is doing 15 to 20 tire swaps per day.
And that's putting us about 3 or 4 days out to make an appointment. Of course, it's really hard for anybody to predict when to put them on. So when the snow flies, we get a lot of phone calls every day, probably over 100 calls a day looking for service. And we've got 17 technicians working, but it's still too many that we can handle with same-day service.
Brain says the beginning of October is actually when you should plan to change your tires over to winter ones.
Yeah, a couple of months is a little bit too far in advance because the winter tire has a softer rubber compound, so they do wear out a little bit faster than your regular all-season tire. So it's a little bit of a balance as to when to do it, but we know snow's going to happen.
For Bridge City News, I'm Micah Quinn.